Like, he's gonna be like in the middle of the field waving his arms like, hey, oh. They have the survivor locked up? Just one imp, huh? Now, Mr. Imp, were you the one responsible for locking this human up in a giant where did you even get this cage is what I wonder. What is going on, everybody? Welcome to Judgment, Apocalypse Survival Simulation. I'm your host, the Birdman, and it's Falcon. You might recall we covered this in the channel roughly 2 years ago when it first hit early access, and I'm happy to report the game is now complete. So I figured we'd take it out for a spin and see what's new, because I haven't played this since I first tested it out 2 years ago. It's now a complete product, and I'm very curious to see how it goes.
It was one of your monthly camping trips, escaping the daily routine, drinking beers and telling jokes. All of a sudden, two terrified hunters come running out of the dock, screaming at you to hide. You hear loud growling noises from the woods behind them. Out of the trees appears the creature, a beast like nothing you've ever seen before, straight out of a horror tale. It catches up with the hunters, and they turn to fight.
So, there is demons, imps, hellhounds, and more of the same over here, right? So let's start off over here. We have Chandler, who apparently has a rifle, and Jeremiah's got a katana. I'm not sure what this guy was doing out here hunting in the wilderness with a katana, but apparently he was. So let's send Chandler over here behind maybe this vehicle for some, or maybe behind the barrel for some coverage. Meanwhile, Jeremiah will just hang out over here and kind of like funnel these guys towards us. Chandler, get your shots in there. There you go. This is like the combat portion of the game. There's a lot of combat in this game from what I remember, so you do the whole colony civilization thing, farming, crafting, but then you also have to worry about the attacks from the demons. Take cover. The hunters hear more creatures emerging from the woods. Breathless and scared, they prepare to defend themselves against yet another wave. These creatures can attack from afar. Ducking behind cover, such as the ruin of the old cart nearby, can provide increased protection from range attacks, as well as increased accuracy. So here they come. We have fire imps, reapers, and the possessed. Looks like a zombie over there, honestly. So Chandler, let's get you behind this vehicle right here if we can. And Jeremiah, let's have you hook up right over here. Now, he's got disappear. His movement speed will drop, his attack speed will drop, and he'll get more evasion. He also has a grenade. That could be pretty useful. And protect. We'll probably use that protect right now and sprint. Oh. They're shooting from afar. That fire imp's shooting from afar. Maybe we toss that grenade right now. Like right over there. Toss a grenade. That's pretty good. And while you're at it, go ahead and use the protect on you too. There it is. Now Jeremiah's almost dealt with, so let's also drop a heal if we can. Good. And they're down. What else we got? Stay behind me. Jeremiah carrying a blade is well suited to be a frontline defender, while Chandler with his hunting rifle is better at attacking from afar. Survivors with ranged weapons suffer a penalty in both attack and defense when attacking enemies adjacent to them. Keep Chandler behind Jeremiah. Right over through here. Good shot. Oh my god, Chandler's just sniping him from afar. And Chandler, let's probably heal up my bro over here because he's not looking too good. There it is. Okay, Jeremiah. Buddy. Don't die, Jeremiah. Okay. We got two dudes left over. Chandler, get that Reaper. And maybe you can get that Ghost. Perhaps. Oh, good job. Just barely survived it.
The strange creatures lie dead. What were those things? They look like demons straight out of a horror film. But it's not over. You hear more growling sounds from the dark woods. More of the menacing creatures come swarming into the clearing. The hunters are surrounded and yell at you to run. You waste no time and do as they say. You climb a small hill that affords a clear view of the nearby town. It is already burning. You can hear the sound of growling and panicked screams carried across the wind. The creatures are everywhere. Going back is not an option. You decide to move away from the town, deeper into the woods. You find a remote clearing where you decide to regroup and try to figure out what just happened.
Alrighty, so Shelter, you need a rest now as your flight from those things has left you bruised and exhausted. You seem to be safe for now, but you can still hear the occasional explosions from the town you left behind. You are happy in a terrified sort of way to have survived the attack. It will certainly be just a matter of time until the government calls in the bombers and takes care of the creatures, but in the meantime, it is still too dangerous to think about going back to town, and you will need to fend for yourselves in the woods for a while. There are less than a handful of you still alive, and your group will need to build some sort of shelter to have any chance of surviving until you are rescued. Build a log cabin, a well, a food table, and a bed. Alright, so these are my survivors for now. We have John, Kyle, and Jimmy. All of them will have like different stats depending on when you click on them here. So we have John, who's a fighter, Kyle, who's a scout, and Jimmy is also a fighter. And they will all have different type of skills depending on what they over here do. Once we level them up, we'll get some automatic weapons, damage, marksmanship, and we also have priorities, what they excel at and stuff like that. So for instance, John is going to be a crafter, and apparently really good at the occult, which is very good for magic powers down the line. Yes, there's magic down the line too. I mean, if we're being invaded by demons from hell, I don't think being able to research the occult's really too far-fetched now, can I say that? That being said, Kyle is also pretty terrible at everything else. Why is that? Is it because you might have some sort of skill that negates everything to be terrible, but you're good at farming stones and clay. Alright, so, and you're going to be building, farming, rituals, and we can move this around based on how you want to set it up, what's more important to you. So let's start off with the basics here, which is going to be the log cabin first. Let's go to building. And actually, before we do that, let me look at my map here. We have a ton of trees over here we could chop down for some wood. And we have a really nice clearing here, I would say. Now, we don't necessarily want to be completely clear because we're going to need some trees and stuff like that for defense down the line whenever I was about to say zombies, whenever the demons from hell decide to invade us. So, I guess we'll probably set up the log cabin somewhere around over here. Let's go to building. Log cabin. We have a small one and a big one. I guess we'll just go with the big one. And we'll place this bad boy like right over there. We're also going to need a well. I guess we just place that like right next to that quarry. And once they get the cabin built, we'll go ahead and start filling it up with the food table and the bed for rest too. Now, we need some supplies going forward, so I'm going to say we go into like task over here. I'm trying to remember from last time I played how this works out. Like, it's not too difficult, it just takes a while to kind of get used to the UI. But I believe I can mark all this over here for cut down, and that'll be for cutting down trees eventually. Apparently, John's going to work on that right now. The cabin is built already, and Jimmy's working in the well. And off they go to do some of that over there for us. Great. Let's go to build. Let's get our food table up and running. I guess we'll just place that over here. And we also need a bed for rest, and we'll place that over on that side. So John right now is collecting water. We're going to need food and water every single day. More water than anything else, obviously. So having him collect that is not a bad thing. Eventually, we'll find some missions out on the map once we go to exploring to different maps to find rescue or survivors who will join our cause. We'll have more people, which means we'll have, more things being taken care of. For now, though, it's a matter of just getting our feet settled in here. Now, who's going to be our cook? Jimmy seems to be building. Well, I guess we'll figure it out soon. Learn to farm. Questions abound in regard to the demons. Some in the group are certain that they will soon possess your souls, and others think that they could somehow meet and converse with a demon to learn what they want. In the meantime, finding food will be a critical problem, so you must learn basic agriculture to grow your own. You will need to pull information and begin experiments with the supplies at hand. So build an experiment table and research farming. Alright, so I believe I saw that over here. That takes up 2 spots, so I guess we'll place that right over there. So John's going to continue getting some water for us, and you're going to be cutting down those trees. We're going to need some stones here pretty soon, so let me set up a quarry through here as well. And let's see, they're shifting around. I could just prioritize them to do different things that I want them to do. But I guess for now, we'll just let them be and see what they do. So Kyle is going to be focusing on quarry. It seems like John is over here researching, which is fine because we do need research points to get the farming unlocked, and that requires 5 points of research. Alright, so I guess for now we can go into 4 times speed. Meanwhile, Jimmy over here ruins nature completely. Sorry to say nature, but we need this wood in order to survive. Over here we have 30 food, 72 drinking water, no scrap, and 6 points of research. Okay, so we have enough now to open up the farm. Let's go to research, and there it is. That should be unlocked now. So technically speaking, if we go to build now, there it is, vegetable farm. Now where do we want this farm at? I guess we'll place it somewhere over here up front. I mean, we'll probably set up another cabin soon. I don't want to spread them out too much. So how about we do this? How about we clear out these trees and put a cabin right next to it? And then we'll have the farm right in front. So I guess for now what we could do is just do something like this. And let's go to cancel this task over through here. And we'll set it up instead through this side. And this is going to be metal resource. Build a mine to harvest metals. Oh, that's going to be a problem. Because we'll need to harvest this before we can set that cabin up there after all. Well, I guess we could probably just put the cabin a little bit adjacent to it, like somewhere above. That's fine. Food source. Your farming research is doing well, and you will need to build at least 2 farm plots to even come close to feeding yourselves. You may not have enough resource to build these now, but there are plenty that you can collect. You can chop trees for wood, quarry for stone and clay, or search debris for scraps as well. So we have to build 2 veggie farms. We have one of them pretty soon, I would say, right? Jimmy's working it now. Cool. And by the way, I didn't mention this, but if you guys want to see more of this on the channel, meanwhile, let me know in the comments. I'm leaving a thumbs up, and we can indeed do that. I have no problem playing these type of, like, you know, colony sim games, especially when it's all about, like, survival and the rapture. That's actually kind of cool to me. So we have our first farm coming up now. There it is, and he should start planting. Perfect. Now, do we have enough for a second one? Yes, we do. And because my plants went awry over here, I guess we'll just place this one right over here. And John is getting some sleep, meanwhile Kyle. I guess what we could do as well is maybe clear out this field and then just build a cabin right next to it. And we'll have the well in between. That could work out too. Now Jimmy's researching. Let's see what's the next thing I want to open up. We have patchwork, which will give us the reinforced outfit. Which I guess would be for equipping my dudes with some defensive equipment. That's not too bad. We also have cooking. That's going to require 60 points. That requires 20 points. Crafting, woodworking. This will unlock the training area, sawmill, boards, quarterstaff, and wooden shield. There's a lot of unlockables in this game from what I remember, so that's actually kind of cool. We have bow making as well, which will give us the composite bow. Well, I guess for now, let's just go ahead and finish up that farm. Having a little bit of salad. We're gonna need some meat eventually. Now, you can't just have salad. You need a little bit of protein in your diet as well. Unless you're vegan, I guess that's probably a difference. But, you know, if you're in an apocalypse like this, I don't think you have to be too choosy about what you're eating. It's like, if you're a vegan or not, I'm sorry, but the only food we have is meat. I think you're gonna probably have to eat some meat. Arm yourselves. There are no hysterics and whimperings in your group. Just a clear understanding that survival now depends on your ability to perform some basic Stone Age tasks that your ancestors mastered thousands of years ago. Your group will need to both hunt and fend yourselves, so some sturdy wooden clubs should be crafted. And we need 3 weapons, because we have none. So let's go over here to crafting. That's going to require wood. 6 wood for 3 of them. Luckily we have 6, so we have to do a little bit more collecting of the wood here going forward. So let's do 1, 2, and 3. And it seems like John crafted those for me. None of you thought you were free of the demons, and in fact, a small demon is wandering nearby and has noticed your camp. Your group must prepare to defend themselves as best you can and be ready to fight your aggressors hand to hand with your rough clubs. Alright, so where's this demon at? Demon? Well, I don't see him right now, but we should probably equip our dudes first. So let's go over here to John, select the weapon, and we'll go to club. Kyle, let's give you this as well. I want to set one of them up with probably a bow. Need to figure out how to make that bow really quickly here. Crafting. Bow requires wood and arrows, but I believe arrows require... oh, just wood. So we don't have to necessarily craft a table just yet, so we can make a bowman pretty early on, which is fine. So now they're equipped. Where is this demon you spoke of? There it is, attacked. You are now being attacked. Equip your survivors before combat and defeat all attacking enemies. You guys already equipped? Approve it. And there he is. He's some dirty, stinking imp running through that field over there. Who's my best fighter? John says like he's a fighter, so I guess we'll probably have to depend on John. Maybe we use John, and Kyle's a scout, and Jimmy's a fighter too. So John and Jimmy are probably my best bets. Get on over there, take care of that imp. We could use some coverage, sure, but it's only a regular imp, so we should be fine with this. Dunsky. Survivors, and we got some sulfur from the demon. 1 imp killed. Alright, not too bad. Scavenging. Learning that you can in fact fight back successfully against demons has raised your spirits a bit. But it has been a while since their appearance, and no military effort to rescue survivors has yet materialized. The realization that you may not be rescued is as difficult to digest. Perhaps you yourselves will need to lead a militia of all survivors to fight against the demon horde. You must prepare. Scattered around this area, there seems to be a few points of interest that could be valuable sources of materials. You are tempted to push some exploratory expeditions a bit further away from the settlement. Demons pass often through these woods, though, so any expedition should be well armed. So scavenge a nearby location. Now, as we know, apparently John and Jimmy are like the fighters, so we'll probably send them out for scavenging. And we'll leave Kyle behind to continue with the stone. Although, you know what, I do need some wood. I wanted to clear this out for another cabin, but for now, let's go into... Not that, but let's go ahead and cancel this out if we can. And Kyle, hopefully, can go over there and start working on those trees. If not, let me mess around with your priorities here if I can. So Kyle, up here. He's the one that's terrible at everything else, unfortunately, but so be it. Chop trees, let's move that up to the front for now. And for the expedition, I think we have to go out to the map. So, this will be the world map. Everything you're seeing over here will be locations we can actually go to explore. And what I like about the exploration in this game is you actually go to the map and like they're all like different layouts and you get to move around. Oh, here we go. Right click and scavenge. There they go. Okay, cool. What's awesome about this, I could go back to my base. Kyle will continue working. And we could also jump back to those guys out there whenever we want. But here's our conflict, so let's go over here. We can auto-resolve it too, which is very good after a while. Like when you're doing a bunch of farming, it takes a while. So if you feel confident that your party could just handle it by themselves, you could also auto-resolve. But for the premise of this video, let's go over here and check it out ourselves. So let's start by pausing. And this is all we have available to us here at the moment. It is a farm, so there's a bunch of good stuff here, it does seem. Let's take John and Jimmy up above. Now this kind of plays out like a bit of an RTS. I could just rush in here and like not take any sort of coverage. And obviously once we get like a ranged character, we'll probably have him behind my melee dude. But for now, because it's only one demon as well, I'm not really too worried about this. I'm pretty sure both of us should be able to overpower one minor demon. There's an exclamation mark right over through here. So how about we go behind some cover if we can? Not seeing anything there. Let's go up and around. I mean, that seems to be the focus of this map, though. Alright. It's gonna probably go down right now. No. Oh. Well, I guess meanwhile, I'll just have Jimmy grab these goods for us. I guess now, like, you don't even have to fight. Like, if you could sneak around, you could probably just grab the goods and then continue going forward. Intriguing. Like, before it felt like you always had to fight no matter what, but now it seems like it gives you, like, a chance to do stealth. Well, meanwhile, you check the... He's moving around. Is he gonna spot me? I think you could see where he's looking at through these little hexes over here. So you see how there's like a little demon head? And that's as far as he could probably spot himself. Oh, he's moving down, he's moving down. Don't worry, Jimmy, I'll keep you covered. I like how the minor demon's like running around patrolling the area. So we got some food, which is great. But wasn't there also like apparently like scrap or something? So let's move around a bit more. And maybe, or was, no, it was arrows actually. So where in the hell would I find arrows here? There we go. This might be the arrows one. Now, John, how about, or Jimmy, how about you start scavenging, and John, you keep an eye out? I believe if you have a certain skill, one of your people that have like scout or something like that, they will search for items a bit faster than everybody else. So I think for now we could go into like 2 times speed to speed that up a little bit here. The demon out and about. So if we get this, we can just probably just book about even fighting him. But if you do find him, you might get some soul. Oh, there he comes. Damn, this guy's rushing over here. Would you hear me from that far or what? Alright, John. Is he coming? Oh no, he hasn't spotted me yet. Ah, he spotted me now. Alright, John, you handle it. Jimmy's freed up now. Jimmy, give me a hand. Get him. Beat him down with those clubs. Yeah, good job, buddies. So John got 4 experience, Jimmy got 2. And we got sulfur for killing that guy, as I mentioned. I believe you'll need that for some of like the magical stuff that you'll be researching later. So that's pretty good. We got some veggies, arrows, and sulfur. Rescue. Supplies are important, but you should also consider adding more survivors to your group. More working hands and more fighters will increase your chance of survival. Don't forget that a larger group will have more mouths to feed. Make sure you produce enough food and water. So we're looking for at least 1 more extra person. Here we go. Assistance needed. Someone nearby is being chased by enemy creatures. Send a team to assist them. they may be willing to join you. And that seems to be all the way over there, so we have quite a bit of a travel to do. Send rescue. Meanwhile, you guys do that. Speed this up. Go back to the map. And Kyle is indeed over here, bringing those trees down. Stranger requires assistance. Yeah, we're heading there. What the hell is that blood from? Oh, it's from the imp that we fought earlier, right? Okay, and here we go. This will be the rescue mission itself. So let's pause. Did it tell me how many demons I'm dealing with here? If it did, I don't think I paid attention, because obviously I have no idea. So we'll just jump through here for now, and... where would the survivor be at, is what I wonder. Like, he's gonna be like in the middle of the field, waving his arms like, hey, help! Oh! They have the survivor locked up? That's pretty cool. Alright, Jimmy, you go over there and start getting that survivor out. John, you'll keep an eye out. Alrighty. I'm not sure there's any goods here. But if we can get this survivor out, they should give us a hand. And go! There comes Imp. Don't worry, I got this. Just one Imp, huh? Now, Mr. Imp, were you the one responsible for locking this human up in a giant where did you even get this cage is what I wonder. Okay. We might have to just throw down with this dude over here. It's a bit stronger. Jimmy, you continue working on this. I think John will be fine for this one. We will have to heal once we get back home. But so be it. John is actually quite a bit hurt. So once we get back home, John, we'll get you some sleep. And there it is. We have unlocked Stacy. Okay, we finally have a female in the group, too. That's an entire sausage party happening. So now with 3 people here. Stacy, do you have a weapon on you? No. We'll have to make you one when we get back. Let's take a little perusal around here. Just to see if there's any goods. If not, I guess we just leave. Nothing here. No, it doesn't seem like there's much to it. Alright, retreat. Let's head back home, get Stacy a weapon, and we'll find out more about her stats here going forward. We got some sulfur. Demon skilled. Investigating the apocalypse. Demonology and the occult are now subjects of the great interest of our little group. Who are these attackers and why are they here? Is there some effective action or some defense against this otherworldly swarm? Although you may have been all skeptics until recently, the group is now of the general opinion that occult knowledge might just hold the key to stopping this demon-filled nightmare. Build an occult library and research demon origins. How about that? We all became demon experts after this invasion from hell. Alright guys, I'm gonna wrap it up here and do a little bit more of the farming of the wood. If you guys want to see... yeah, I know what I said. If you guys want to see more of this going forward, do let me know and we'll definitely make a small little run at this here. Otherwise, we'll wrap it up. But otherwise, just keep in mind that the game is now fully released. So if you saw this a while back, it's now fully complete, so no longer early access. All the information for the game will be in the description down below. If you want to see some more, do let me know, though. I will catch you next time.